Hi, I'm Agnes. Welcome to my eclectic channel. One thing I've never done so far is to sew a garment from A to Z following a pattern. And today I've decided to take the plunge. The pattern I'm going to be using is the Bette pattern. Last time we cut out the pattern pieces and we want to do a mock-up to check the fit. For the bodice, my mock-up done on just an old sheet, I need to think about it. This is the bodice of this dress has a zipper in the back. I mean, the dress has a zipper in the back. And I'm not going to install a zipper at this point in my projects. I don't have a dress form and I don't have a helper. So if you think about it, how am I going to hold that in the back or pin it in the back? So the answer is I'm not going to do that. My mock-up will be pinned down the front. So that means that I need to do few changes when I cut this. So this is my back bodice. So it's the back bodice, and I'm supposed to cut two pieces individually because they will be the zipper. The zipper goes here, down the middle in the back. But I'm going to put that on the fold, and so my back for my bodice will be one piece. One thing that they do indicate, I really love this pattern. The instructions are really clear. And then there's reminders on the pattern sheet itself, and it says there's a 1.5 centimeter seam allowance, and it is included. So if I put this on the fold, it means that I'll have to push it and push it to where it goes 1.5 centimeters off of the sheet. I gotta watch that. So that's how I'm gonna have to place this. And then I'll trace around it and cut. This funky fold here isn't basting stitches because I was reusing a mock-up. At any rate, this thread will come off, never mind it, and that will give me my back bodice in one piece. So in the actual dress, the front bodice would be cut on the fold, but since I have to do a fitting, I'm going to have mine be open in the front. So this is kind of opposite of the back bodice. In the back bodice I had to remove the seam allowance, but here I'll have to add it. So I am going to add 1.5 centimeters of seam allowance down the fold line. And I'm cutting this on doubled up fabric, but not on the fold, so I will obtain two symmetrical pieces for this. Something I've learned with this project is how to do the darts more easily. So when cutting the pattern paper, and I know more advanced people are like, well, duh, but I'm learning. So I've done a number of projects where I did not cut out the triangle for the dart. So I was trying to transfer, I would poke a hole here and put marks here and transfer that way. And I've seen it done that way also, to be quite fair. But this time what I'm doing is I cut out the darts and so it's easier to draw them, because here's the miracle I can do. See, I have the dart on one of them, but then the other one doesn't have a dart. So what I can do is I can put this one upside down on it and line it up, and then I can easily transfer the dart. And there we go. 2 pieces for the front bodice, and then I'll keep in mind that I have 1.5 centimeter here, 1.5 centimeter here when I pin that on my body when I do the fitting. When it comes to the skirt, there are several pieces to do. One of them is the back, and this one needs to be cut as a pair. So I did that, and for the back I am not going to do a full length, so I just took some leftovers that I had from a shorter A-line that I had to do a mock-up of in my old sheet, so I got that. 2 pieces of half a back, and I might end up there, I'll see how it goes, but this should be fine. And then there's another one, which is the side. This is a really full skirt done in several pieces to gather a skirt. So we have 2 side pieces that are quite wide. But again, for the sides, I'm not going to worry about doing the full length. So I have here some leftover sheet. I folded in half, and this is going to be almost like a peplum. So my mock-up is going to look really strange. But I'm going somewhere with this. So just using a minimal amount of my fabric here. This is the front of the skirt, and this one I am going to cut the full piece. The reason is I want to be able to gauge the length of that skirt on me, and then shorten it by the proper amount. Again, I really like the indications that they put on those pattern pieces. They have the hem indication of the seam allowance, 1 centimeter for the hem, 1.5 centimeter for the side, and then they also have a reminder of how each piece is supposed to be cut. So for someone like me who is inexperienced and extremely forgetful, this is super useful. So when I design my own, which even though I'm early in my journey, I'm already doing. In French we have an expression, ne pas avoir froid aux yeux. When you're brazen like that, it's like not having cold eyes, cold in the sense of heat, like not feeling cold in the eyes. I have no idea why it's like that. But yeah, that's me. So for me, when I do my own pattern pieces, it means that I like that. I should put those indications. Right, I'm going to put together my mock-up and we'll come back for the fitting. As I first go, this is very good. I have no concerns at the shoulders, around the bust. This is the hardest part, and it's all fitting nicely. The waist in the end can be taken in, but the darts are just right. So what I'll do is at the size, the correction that I made where I was going from a size 8 down to a size 10 on the sides, I'm going to put this back to the size 8. Of course the skirt is just gathered, so the thing, it looks interesting because I was trying to save on fabric. So the Two things here. One, I learned about the gathering. The instructions that are given in the pattern for the gathering are not optimal, so I'll go with a different method. But in the end, I did it. The gathering is not good, but sufficient to give me a skirt and to judge the length. So this is what it looks like on me. It's almost at the ankles, so very, very long. When it's poofy, it'd be overwhelming on my small frame. So I do want to shorten it. So what I'll do is I will pin at the bottom, try different lengths, and see how much I have to take in and see what I like. And then I'll go back to the pattern and do this shortening. So two things I'll do to my pattern. The side seams will be straight size 8, and then the length of the skirt will be adjusted. Next time we're going to go back to the pattern paper and make the modifications to the pattern according to our fitting. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like.